What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and a few others probably because the market is pulling back hard. Check it out. All right, guys, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do like a little weekly outlook on crypto. Okay, we're going to look at some crypto here and see what's going on with the markets overall. Bitcoin has pulled back pretty strong today. So has Litecoin and Ethereum as well, right? So those are like the top three dogs, right? And they've pulled back pretty hard. We're going to dive in here, see what the charts look like, where we might go from here, what the week could possibly look like, and maybe talk a little bit about why everything's pulled back as hard as it has, okay? And let's go ahead and dive into that. Before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's go ahead and jump into these charts. All right, guys, so the very first one we're going to do is the Dogecoin here. And if you remember last week, we did a little video here on Doge and Bitcoin and Ethereum, similar to what we will do today. And we drew some lines, right? This was the last line we drew right here. Right here is 45 cent line here, 44.9. See 0.449. This was the last line we drew. Where have we found support so far today? Right at that line to the penny. Look at that. This is today's candle, May 16. You see the date way down here, May 16, right there, boom. And that's where we have found support so far in Dogecoin. Now, it did violate that support as we pulled in a little bit stronger here. We did, make a nice push up. Decent, good volume on the way up. Let me tell you something. The volume was not as big as on this big breakout day. Okay, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 days of breakout. Huge breakouts, okay? Here we had 1, 2, 3. Okay, a little consolidation, 4, boom. So on the 5th day here, this is day number 5 after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had to break out. The volume on that new high was not huge by any means at all. Okay, it was not huge. And that the volume on the dump, right, because this is a little bit more than a pullback, was pretty big. All right, it was pretty big volume here. It dumped really hard. It got bought right back up on huge volume, so that was kind of a bullish sign there. But then we've just kind of stayed here stagnant. Right now we're holding this 44.9, and as long as Dogecoin can hold above this 44.9, okay, 44.8, 44.9 area, so just call it 44.5, right? To 45 cents. If it can hold this area here and consolidate, maybe then it can get that run up towards 80 to 95 cents. And at that point, we'll probably see a 99 to a dollar touch. But it needs to hold above that. Bottom at this point, support is going to be this 33. Okay, this previous double top here. Previous double top, you see it there. One top here, one top there. If it can hold that, then boom, it'll still be a little bit bullish and it has potential. But if it cracks that, I think it's going to be done for quite a while. Right? I think it'll be done for quite a while, maybe a few months or maybe longer, depending on how the crypto market wants to act. Now let's go ahead and jump in here real quick and take a look at Bitcoin. Now, as we do, if you want to trade with us for free on Mondays, check out the daytraderchatroom.com. You can sign up and then you can be emailed on every Monday to come on in to chat and trade with us for free. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin here. Now, Bitcoin, is this the daily chart? Yes, it is. Bitcoin, guys, if you look here, okay, what do we have? We have the big old uptrend, and then what do we have? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay, we have that head and shoulders there. Let me see, these are these trading view charts. I don't know if they have a lot of good drawing tools. No, I mean, if they do, I don't know how to use them. Either way, I mean, you see it clear as day. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and we're getting the crack, okay? We're getting the crack of that level. Now, on Bitcoin, what we can watch and see if it holds support is going to be right here, this 42,000 area. That area is extremely important. Why? Well, it was a previous top here where we pulled back from 42 all the way down here to 28. big, massive pullback. And then we broke through it on a huge day right here. Look at it. On a huge day right here, we went from 38 all the way up here to 46 right here. Boom, huge day on Bitcoin there. And ever since then, you can see here, pull back into that level, support. And now we're coming down here to test it. Very important. I like that. Okay, we're coming down here to test this area, retest. If that area holds support, then I think we're in good shape for the rest of the summer, maybe the year, for Bitcoin to continue consolidating, putting new highs, consolidate, put new high, at least once or twice more, if this level can hold. If this level doesn't hold and we get a crack of it, then I think it's going to get nasty and we're probably going to start entering the potential, I don't know how long, a bear market. It could be short. It could be a long-lived bear market of a few years or a few months, a few weeks. You don't know. We won't know until it happens. But I think this 42,000 area is absolutely crucial on Bitcoin, okay? Absolutely crucial. Here was support. We've pushed up to new all-time highs. Now we're pulling back in. I don't like that we're coming off of a head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart, okay? And this is a clear head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We've cracked the neckline, which basically stood around here in 45, 46,000 area. We've cracked that neckline. We're slightly just above it, but we have cracked it. We have violated that area. So it's going to be very important to see what Bitcoin does now here in this zone. Will it just consolidate above it and then give us new all-time highs later this summer? Or is it done and it's going to come back down here to like 27, 28,000, 25,000? All right, because I mean, it can get as low as 27 and 24, 25,000, and still, you know, it's done a great move off of last year. But then at that point, what's going to happen? Are we just going to stay in that bear market for an extended period of time, right? So it's a little bit uncertain there. We really got to see how it develops. Okay, that's Bitcoin. So like I said, we want to see a hold above 42, ideally. Bottom here for it to really stay strong, definitely above 40. If we get a crack and we come back down to 30, I think it slows the momentum down for a good while. If 30 doesn't hold, then you got 27 and 24, 25, right? And I would expect it to hold there at least for some time. Now let's move on here. Ethereum. Ethereum's been everybody's favorite lately. I know it's been mine. So let's go ahead and jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum, not as drastic as a pullback as you saw on Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin pulls back really hard like that, typically speaking, you start to see all these other coins, you know, have little lift offs and maybe slightish pullback, because people are going to start taking money out of Bitcoin. They're like, party, I don't want to leave the party yet. So they might come back on over to Ethereum, even though Ethereum's a big boy now. They might come on over to, you know, Doge. They might come on over to ADA, which is one of my favorites. We're going to go over that one now. They might come over to some other altcoins, you know. So on Ethereum, we've massive, just a massive move. Look at that chart, guys, just massive. Okay, on Ethereum, you got two levels to watch here that I think are going to be very important for support zones. You have this $2,500 area. All right, that's number one. Then next, all right, you have right here, this 1900 area. You got a few here that we're going to map out, guys. Now, I don't really treat these as trades. I buy these and I hold them like long-term investments, just like I do with my long-term stuff. So I don't really treat them as trades, but we're going to go over some levels to watch because it's important to know what we might expect to see. Now, Ethereum here, as you see, boom, we've held this $3,300 area, which was previous support here. Okay, we pushed up to new all-time highs, consolidated just above it, pushed up again to new all-time highs. Now we've pulled into this level. This level is important. If this level does not hold, you could easily see Ethereum come back down here to 2,500, which is its previous all-time high here. Nasty resistance here on this day. And then we finally broke above it and it was gone. Off to the races. Boom, gone completely like lunar launch type stuff. So if this $3,300 area does not hold support, you could see it, you know, venture off as low as this 2,500 area. Okay. Now, if that $2,500 level doesn't hold, then I think we could see a good base just above 2,000 or just under 2,000 here in this 1,900 to 2,000 area. You could see previous support here, previous support in here, previous resistance in here, previous resistance in here, previous resistance in here. You had a bit of a double top here before we exploded, okay? And then we pulled into it, it held support, and bang, it went right off of it, okay? So that's a good level to watch. Otherwise, bottom support, I think it's going to be in this $1,400 to $1,300 area. I don't think we ever see Ethereum at $500 again. But you never know with crypto. It's crazy. You know, we could one day you could wake up and crypto, you know, Ethereum be like at $500, you know, $400, $300. You know, you go to sleep, right, and you just forget about Ethereum existing, and I don't know, 3 years later, Ethereum's at $15,000, $20,000, right? So that's just the way it is with these things. But these are some levels that I think are needed to be watched. And if I get dips into these areas on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, I will be adding to my long-term portfolio that I have of crypto. And then the next one we're going to watch here is ADA, all right? ADA, I mean, I'm long ADA and I'm late to the party, and I'm long ADA from $1.52 and $1.61. So boom, but I was really hoping that even when we were here in the $1.50s, $1.60s, we got a nasty pullback into $1, because I was like, all right, that's where I want to add. But I mean, if we do get a nasty pullback in all of crypto into that area, I will be adding on ADA. Now, ADA, what do you want to see here as far as support? I think for sure you want to see this $1.50 area hold. You can see previous top here, previous top here, previous top here, like a triple top. We've pulled in here, all right? And I think this was on the day that we had Elon Musk tweet nonsense, and we had that big pullback. I actually got a fill there on that day. So, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing another pullback back down here to the $1.50 area on ADA, and see what happens throughout the year. Maybe we get that push up to $5 finally. But I don't know. You know, it's one of those things you got to sit and watch. But you know, the bullish case here is definitely hold above 150. All right, for some long-term consolidation. Let's say this thing decided to pull back and consolidate for like a month, then I'd like to see it do that. I'd like to see it come back down here between 150 to 2 and just consolidate in there. Kind of like this. Check it out. It's a very, very simple concept. Very simple concept. Look, March consolidation, April consolidation, May consolidation, boom, we break out. Now come back down here, just above it, and consolidate in here. That would be extremely healthy for this chart. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for out of ADA. Now, look, according to my risk tolerance, if this thing could dump 75% and get whatever down here somewhere, and I'm going to add to it as a long-term portfolio hold, okay? Because I believe in that crypto, just like I believe in Ethereum, and just like I believe in Bitcoin. I think these cryptos have very, very good upside long-term. And when I say long-term, I'm talking about 10, 15 years. Right? I'm treating this just like I treat my Roth IRA investments. What I buy in my Roth, right, like Palantir, stuff like that, what I buy, I just boop, and I forget about it. You know, I add on dips, add on dips, add on dips. That's how I do it. But I'm just going over the chart here with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So you have this $1.48, $1.50 area, triple top, support. I'd like to see it pull back, consolidate between $2 and that $1.50 area. So I'll be adding there 160s, 180s, 150s, you know, if I get them. Right, $2 if I get them. So we'll see what happens there. But you know, guys, that's pretty much it when it comes to the crypto outlook for the week. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this drastic pullback we're seeing in some of the bigger plays, okay, is long-lived, and then some of these altcoins start to get further extension. Now, if that happens, I do hope we get a pullback here in ADA, because if ADA pulls back here and I have an opportunity to add, then if this thing goes to $5, $10, crazy, right? I will take some profit off the table on that one. Not a lot, just a little bit, and I will hold on to the bulk for the long term. And if at that point we get big pullbacks, I'll continue adding to it, right? But maybe I'll take off enough where I take off my initial investment, something like that. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. guys, for crypto coming up here to for this week, and let's see what happens. All right, let me know what you're watching. Drop it in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button for me. Check out the daytraderchatroom.com, where you will have access to the chat room, your dashboard, the courses, and us trading daily every single day. And I'll catch you on the next one.